Hello, Realm Runners. Welcome into the Achroma Wiki livestream. I am Charles Barton, otherwise known as Viridian in the Discord. I am the Achroma Community Coordinator, and I am here to host the Achroma Wiki livestream for the 5th of November, 2023. Welcome in, one and all. I hope you all have fantastic. Thank you so much to everybody that has been here nice and early and having a nice chat in the YouTube live chat. And thank you if you are watching on the recording as well. It's still a pleasure to have you here watching the weekly livestream. My voice has recovered. It has indeed. Welcome in, Masha. Welcome in, Radiance. Welcome in, Adrian, as well. Yeah, welcome in, Martin. Yeah, my voice has recovered a fair bit, thankfully. It didn't take, it's only been over the last day or two because I've still had my full-time job during the week. So my voice, only really recovered in the last day or two. But I'm doing very good, thank you, Radiance. I'm doing really good. I've had a good rest now and feeling absolutely, ready to go with the weekly stream. I mean, not that I wasn't last week, but yeah, I'm good, thank you. So yeah, welcome in everybody. Before we get to the stream schedule, I always like to go through the question that I posed to you at the start of the stream. So for those that were here for the countdown, I asked you guys nice and easily, what has been your favorite palette to play this week? Now, I appreciate that everybody watching might not have actually played the first game of Achroma yet. That's fair enough. But let's see what everybody's been saying for their first palette, and also a bit of a hello and welcome. I'm going to skip through any messages where we were just having a general chit chat about Chinese and stuff before we started, but welcome into Yellow Wolf Productions, welcome into Sarah and OSJ, welcome in Rich, welcome in Shah, welcome in Fairy Bread, welcome in Evan, welcome in Lewis, welcome in Sarah, if I haven't already said you. Yeah, thank you very, very much for being nice and early. Right, where did I start the stream? It was about there. So, Fairy Bread came in, it was Lewis that came in first with Achroma Breach Pixies for sure. You do love your Achroma Breach Pixies, it's very, very strong. Fairy said, I like my new Freezer Chroma pack. I can't tell if it's Chroma or Achroma. Okay, a bit of a hybrid, I like that. Hybrids don't normally work so well, so if you have managed to get a good hybrid palette, please do share in the Discord. Sarah has been, strangely enough, loving King Craven. Yeah, he's not had too much love recently, but he has been, he's quite strong if you can build him right, especially in 6-player games. Welcome in Evan saying shard reduction I've been enjoying the most. Yeah, it's one of those ones that nobody, especially in a multiplayer game, if you're playing a shard reduction palette, everybody leaves you alone because you benefit everybody, and then suddenly you can sneak in with the win. But that is really cool. What else have we got in terms of games? Sarah's been playing some Tenebris as well. Good to see him being played. OSJ said Draco Chroma deck for me. I'm experimenting with. Okay, what legendary with that, OSJ? Rich has been enjoying Hunter's palettes, and I know that Wishwell Traders welcome in has also said got to go with a Hunt deck as well. Yeah, Hunt is one of those it's a new keyword. When you can get it to work, it can be really fun, but it takes a bit of setup, so it can be quite tricky. But yeah, let me know how you guys have been getting on with that. Sarah's going on Achroma to the end of the world. Absolutely, Fairy. What else have we got in here? But yeah, welcome in Scott, welcome in Adrian, welcome in Radiance, welcome in Masha, welcome in Martin as well. God save the king. Well, am I the king of Achroma now? I'll happily take that title if that's the case. Ray is a hybrid deck. I mean, Ray technically is a hybrid deck. I'll give you that as well. Welcome in, Dan. I'm still a newbie on the pre-built decks, but enjoying Flutterby Faculty. Very nice. Yeah, that shard reduction is really useful. In a 1v1, it can be maybe a bit tough, but in 3 to 6 player games, playing the faculty palettes can be really interesting because in 3 to 6 player games, you get a lot of politics where people will start teaming up, but nobody will erase your cards when you're playing faculty because you're going to be reducing the cost of all the cards, and everybody benefits from that. So for the most part, you kind of get left alone. So faculty can be quite fun. But welcome in, Dan. Hope you're enjoying your games. Adrian's played Kokora Bree for the first time. Yeah, they are really fun. You get Kokora Bree down, and suddenly everybody panics. For those that know, that's a legendary, which when you play it, if that card is still on your canvas when you start your next turn, all other characters get erased. So it's a bit of a, you drop that card down and everybody has a panic moment. You've been playing mostly with the precons from Altari, and they're also good. Yeah, Altari is a really strong precon. I mean, all the precons are well balanced, but there are definitely some that are stronger than others, and Altari has come out of the gate pretty strong. Welcome in, Dukin. Great to see you as well. So yeah, thank you for everybody that is here live with me. And like I said, if you're watching on the recording, then pleasure to have you as well. So for those that are new to the stream or maybe not been here for a while, this is how the stream works. You can see over here. So we're going to start with the Achroma news, events and previews. That is where we will cover all of the Achroma news that has happened in the last 7 days. We will talk about some of the events that have happened and some of the events that are happening in the next few weeks and months to get yourself prepared for. And we'll also have a look at some previews. This week, we're going to be previewing the brand new Achroma Legends TTRPG TTRPG that has dropped this week, but more on that shortly. We're then going to have what we call the Realm Table segment, and this is where I get a couple of community members on the stream with me, and we have a bit of a discussion about either a hot topic in Achroma or just something that is relevant. This week I'm going to be joined by the lovely Shah and Rich, who are part of the newly acquainted Achroma Guild. So we'll be talking a little bit about what the Achroma Guild is, and talking about their experiences at Comic-Con. So that'll be a nice little Realm Table segment midway through. And then we finish the stream with what we call the Community Showcase. And this is where we shine a light on you guys in the community. I'll be showing off some of the cool fan art that's been drawn this week. We'll be looking at some of the custom palette builds you've been making. And I always set a weekly custom palette building challenge. The one that I'm setting this week is definitely new player friendly. So stick around to the end if you want to see that challenge. It'll also be in the Discord after stream. Did I mean Ricky? Oh no, so the guests have slightly changed, Sarah. It was originally going to be Shah, Ricky, and Lewis, but unfortunately Ricky and Lewis have had to step down from the Realm Table today because they both had family emergencies. So we got Rich, who's come in instead. You need to download the TTRPG. So that's the beauty of it, Dukin, is it's not a download anymore. It is a, where for the alpha it was, you downloaded the alpha, it's now an online portal. So if you haven't already got your code, you can buy it, type your code in, and you get access to the online portal. But we're going to be looking at all of that as a preview very, very soon. Radiance, I'm so sorry about a dash again. I'll be back soon. I might be able to pop back on. No worries at all, Radiance. Have a lovely evening, my friend. No worries at all. So with that, folks, I'm Charles Barton. This is the Achroma Wiki live stream. Let's get into it with the Achroma news, events, and previews. Starting with Kickstarter updates. So all I'm mentioning at this point is there has been a Kickstarter update. It's mostly news that we've already spoken about, for example, about the binders and about Achroma Legends coming out. If you were in last week's live stream, or if you read my very lengthy Discord announcement, then there is no new news for you, but I just wanted to make sure that everybody is aware of it. So if you backed us in the Kickstarter and you didn't watch last stream and didn't go to the Discord announcements, then you should see in your emails, or if you go to our Kickstarter page, I put an update on the Kickstarter a few days ago, which explains all of the current updates. I should mention that we are looking to put out a further update very soon with production timelines for the remaining last few items that are being created. So no updates today, Sarah, but we will be doing another post very soon, kind of giving updated ETAs with everything. Well, I say everything. There's only actually a few things that haven't been fulfilled yet. I think it's the merch, the dice, the pins, and the bag. I think that's all that hasn't been fulfilled yet. But yeah, we're doing an update on that very soon. So just a quick update on that. So the next bit of news is around Sparata season. So again, for those that don't know, I like to mention every week, we are currently in the middle of the Sparata fall season, which is running it started at the start of October and it's running till the end of December. This is a 3-month season where the highlight is on the Fall of Flutterby Chronicle that came out last year. And the big news for this stream is that for the first month of every season, we do a Chroma versus Achroma event where all of your games of Chroma versus all of your games of Achroma will push the global Achrometer towards a Chroma victory or an Achroma victory. And that month is now over. So for those that didn't actually see in the Discord, here is now this isn't the final results. Unfortunately, I was a bad community coordinator and I forgot to get a screenshot at midnight. I probably was asleep, but this was a couple of hours before. And if it changed at all, it changed by a couple. So this basically was the result. And it was that Chroma was victorious by a little over 100 wins. So Chroma, Achroma was planning a bit of a push, and then Chroma sort of heard that Achroma was going to push, so Chroma came in with a really early push on the last few days, and I think it just demoralized the Achroma people because Chroma did so well in that kind of like penultimate push that Achroma just didn't come out. Yeah, congratulations very much to Chroma. So that means that in the Fall of Flutterby, it's the Chroma, the faculty, and the Chroma Squadron that have indeed won. What else we got in the chat so far? I need more addition to my pins. Woo, let's go with Chroma. That sounds good. Thank you. I appreciate that. Boo. No, it was fun. Well, no, very well done to Achroma. It was a very good battle. Now, over 1,000 games in a 4-week period. Considering that Achroma is still growing, that's really good, guys. So thank you to everybody that took part. So to give you a bit of an idea of what happens next then, folks. So within this season, so before the end of December, we will aim to get out a new piece of lore. So that will come in the form of a short story or a news article or something like that. It will be public, free for everyone to read, and we will release a short story about how did the battle for Fall of Futterby finish. So you guys have literally shaped the lore of Achroma, and we will hear exactly what happened to the pixies and what happened to the fairies in an update before the end of December. But that's not all. The other thing that will happen is, we are currently right in the middle of producing the next set of cards that will be due to coming out in December, which will be the Chapter 2 set of Sparata. And thanks to this result, it's not going to do a massive swing because obviously we don't want the next set to be too Chroma weighted, but there will be some cards that will be adapted and changed, and there might be some returning characters that has happened purely because of this result. So congratulations to Achroma, well done. You can bask in your victory for now, because who knows, when it comes to next season and we have Norso, it'll be interesting to see how Acrom does then. But yes, congratulations to everyone that played Chroma, commiserations to everyone that played Acrom. Now I will say as well that Echo and Lewis in the community, they both ran independent competitions for the last month about, they were doing a giveaway for the top Chroma players and the top Acrom players. I will be doing the giveaway results of that a little bit later in the stream. So if you were one of the top Chroma or Acrom players, you will see your name in a giveaway very soon. So that is the global Acrometer and the results. If you have any other questions on that, just let me know. Lewis says it didn't help that I've been super big this month. Yeah, in fairness, me too. I barely got any games in this month. I did a few, but not as many as I wanted to. Slap on the bald head for Graven. Acrom can have Wishwell. Oh, I'd rather Acrom didn't have Wishwell. Interesting. Who are you gonna be fighting for, Wishwell traders in Norso? Considering the Wishwell traders are the neutral faction, are you gonna try and push for a neutral win? We could see the first neutral win. So yeah, there we go. That is the Sparata news. The next bit of news is probably the biggest news of the stream, if I'm honest, and that is Achroma Legends, our TTRPG, is now officially out. Now, we've been talking about this for the last week or so because we obviously started selling the products last weekend in person at MCM, and obviously loads of people have pre-ordered or backed it in the Kickstarter well before then as well. But now the online database is now available. So if you do have your unlock code through receiving your products, you can now unlock the Achroma Legends online portal, which momentarily in the stream we are going to be demoing. So if you are still making up your mind whether you, which palette you want, or if you just haven't had a chance to look at it or haven't, considering potentially purchasing it, we'll be having a good look at it momentarily. But yes, the only thing to mention about this, I'll talk more about it when we do the preview. Only other thing I'll mention at this point in time is that if you have not yet got your hands on Achroma Legends and you want to, then you can get the Achroma Legends unlock code by buying either our starter pack or deluxe boxes, both of which are linked below. But we'll talk more about Achroma Legends in just a moment when we have a look at the preview. Chloe, welcome in. We need a draw for the traders to win. Interesting. You're going to fight for a draw as well. Anything for Torstein? You only played 8 games a season? Been back at uni? That's fair enough, Shah. Uni is more important. A natural win will be surprising to see. Yeah, I mean, a neutral win will be very difficult. For a neutral win to happen, it has to be literally perfect, 0 Acrom to 0, as in like the exact amount of games, stroke of midnight. And it only takes 1 game to be out of a line of that. Maybe a neutral win should be easier than an exact draw, perhaps like less than 30. Possibly. It's something that the team can definitely discuss. Welcome in though, Chloe. Hope you're doing well. So next bit of news is oh, there you go. I did have pictures for that. Is the starter pack if you guys have not already seen it, and that is the deluxe box. I should have shown those whilst I was discussing them, but we talked more about it last week. So the other thing to mention was the usual Sparata Fall promo. I like to mention this every week on stream. If you are not aware, if you spend £30 or more at our Achroma official website, achroma.games, I believe our old website, achroma.cards, is still up, so you could still purchase through there, or in our official stockist, the Five Realms Gaming Lounge down in Poole. If you spend £30 or more in any of those ways, you will get a limited edition Sparata Fall promo card. There's only 1,200 of these available, and at the end of the season, so end of December, they will be, unobtainable obtainable. So if you want to get your hands on this limited edition promo card, then definitely get on that before the end of December. And then lastly, a couple of other just small updates for you before we look at the previews and events. So I just wanted to keep everybody aware that we are aware of a handful of cards that are not currently scanning into the Achroma Companion app, as well as avatars that are not currently unlocking. I appreciate I mentioned this a little bit last week, and for those that have been keeping an eye on the Discord, I also mentioned there, but again, I just want to make sure the message gets out to everybody that we are aware that these cards aren't scanning. I cannot stress enough that the team are working very hard to get them fixed. It's one of those things that it isn't necessarily a difficult thing to fix, but the team are so committed at the moment with other things that I can't talk about. It's one of those things that they are working on it, I promise. I can't give an exact ETA of when it'll be fixed. All I'm told is it should be just any day. As soon as I'm aware of the fixes, I will post in Discord, and obviously I will mention in the stream as well. There's a long issue with Google accounts at the moment as well. I haven't experienced that myself. I did see your comment. I appreciate I didn't reply to it in the Discord. I thought Mivil was going to. I'm not sure if anyone else is having that issue, but hopefully that will potentially fix itself or looked into. But again, yeah, we are aware there is some things to be fixed. We are working ASAP to get them fixed. At least I'm not sure about the Google accounts thing, but at least with the card scanning, that shouldn't slow you down for you guys at least playing Achroma Canvas at the moment. I appreciate it does have a little bit of an impact on Achroma Legends and Heroes, but hopefully you guys can be patient. We will get it sorted ASAP. And the other thing to mention is that I know that we've been saying for the last 7 days that, any day now, the companion app, which is currently a single app, will be splitting into 3 apps. So the Achroma Adventure app, which will be back, obviously the RPG, and then the standard Achroma Companion. Again, just to highlight, that is still imminent. It's literally going to be any day now. I don't have an ETA, because the reason why we're not giving an ETA is that what we don't want to do is say, oh yeah, it'll be tomorrow afternoon, and then suddenly something comes up, and then it's not tomorrow afternoon, and then you guys feel like, pushed. All I can say is, again, it will be any day now. I'll keep you updated on Discord and on socials. And, it is right around the corner. We're not talking like weeks delay or months delay. It's literally right around the corner. And for those that weren't aware of the app changes, the idea is we're moving from 1 app to 3 apps. So we can more target the apps towards what people want. So if you want to play the adventure game, you've got the adventure app. If you want to play the RPG, you've got the RPG app. If you want to play, Canvas or Heroes, you've got the app. By splitting it, it also means the apps run smoother and open up quicker as well. Welcome in, Dan. The app always signs me out of my account every single time I open it because I sign up Google. Yeah, it's the same thing with me, Daniel. It's every time you log in, you have to. Every time you open the app, you'll have to log in again. I'm not sure if that's something that is fixable. If it is, then we'll look into it. It might be one of those things that is just a little bit frustrating. As long as it keeps you logging. Let me know if it kicks you out mid game. But it should be okay otherwise. Break out the torches and pitchforks for dates being missed. No, don't do that, Chloe. Looking forward to the Adventure app. Hadn't really played it, and now I'm looking forward after getting the Realm Runners Guide. Yeah, it's really, really only fixes use Android. Hey, Apple is just fine. But yeah, the Adventure game is really exciting. For those that haven't played the Adventure game before, because I appreciate the only people that have played it so far are those that backed us in the Kickstarter, because they got alpha access. But essentially, it's like a choose your own adventure game, like those old books that would be like, do you want to cross the bridge or go through the river? And then you choose, and then it says turn to page, whatever. It's like that, but built into an app, all in the Achroma universe. And it's completely free to play as well. Even if you have no Achroma cards, you haven't bought any Achroma products, it's completely free to play. So that will be dropping very soon, and that'll be nice and fun as well. What else have we got? It's the same having to log in each time with Apple sign in. Yeah, I imagine so. Is that an iPhone thing? Doesn't log out on Android? I mean, when I had my my flip phone before this iPhone, it still used to log me out. As in, every time I close the app and log back in, I'd have to log in again. Or if I hadn't played in a day or two, if I just minimized it and came back, I wouldn't have to relog in. Charlie never told me you're an Apple fanboy. I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed. From what I see, with your Razer phone, it auto logs me in. iPhone got it every time. I think so. For me, I don't know about you guys, but as long as you keep the app open in the background, it will be fine. It's when you haven't played for a few days and then go back in, it will log you in. But yeah, anyway, so that is the little bits of news I wanted to update you guys on. Again, I thank everybody for their patience when it comes to the new apps and the updates. I can't stress enough, the team are working flat out at the moment to keep getting these out to you, and I'll keep you updated and posted as we go. So talking about some of the events then, and then we will get to the preview. So some of these events are regular events, others are one-time events. So let's see if there's anything in your area. Firstly, Five Realms Gaming Lounge is in Poole in Dorset. Every Thursday at 6 p.m. till 9:30, they host the Achroma playing. They do normally a mini event, which is £2 to enter, and you can win some awesome prizes. And it's also just free if you want to join for some casual play. So join us at Five Realms Gaming Lounge, Poole in Dorset on Thursdays at 6 p.m. There is also, if you're anywhere near the Sheffield area, there is Patriot Games, which do Achroma palette practice every Monday at 6:15 in the evening. Again, just turn up, free to enter, and play with your friends and anybody else in the community there and play some Achroma. You also have the same thing at Boards and Swords Hobbies in Derby, which is on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. for the evening. They can get some good crowds going there as well, so get down to Boards and Swords Hobbies in Derby to play some Achroma on Tuesdays. Now, I'm aware that I don't have a picture for it. I'm aware that there is going to be an event at Badger in London on the 21st. Now, I don't have any details for it for now, so that's all I'm going to say is there is an event at Badger on the 21st. Once I've got more details, I'll give you those next week. Next one to talk about is the big Achroma tournament happening at Patriot Games on Sunday, the 19th of November. So again, this is in Sheffield. I would highly recommend people, travel to this one if you want to, because there is some big cash prizes. Now, it is £5 entry because it is a proper tournament. All of our tournament rules can be found at our website under resources, where you can see the tournament rules. The prizes for this one, first prize gets £100 in cash and a collector's edition of their choice and a custom playmat from Patriot Games. Second prize gets £50 in cash and a collector's edition of their choice. And third and fourth prizes get a £25 Achroma voucher and a Achroma palette of your choice. And loads of other places will also get promo cards and shard cards as well. So I really recommend you guys pick up your tickets. It is ticketed entry, so make sure to click the link down below to pre-purchase your ticket. I don't know if they have an upper limit, so it might be worth getting your ticket now if you haven't already. And if you have any questions about how the tournaments run, if it's maybe your first Achroma tournament, you can either ask me in chat now or speak to me in the Discord, and I can explain to you how the tournament is usually run. Admittedly, this is a Patriot Games specific tournament, so I don't know if they are going to change the tournament rules slightly, but I believe they'll be following the normal guidelines that we follow. What else have we got in the chat in the meantime? Got my ticket for Patriot. Can't wait. Awesome, J. I will be at the large tournament Patriot. Awesome, Lewis. Sarah's going as well. Fantastic. How does the tournament usually run? Okay, so I'll tell you now that if you want to see all of the details, I'll show you. It's not on the new website yet. At our old website, achroma.cards, under resources, you can see grand tournament info. And you know what? I'll even put this link in chat so you can get it at a later date. So you can read all about it here, which explains it all. But in short, OSJ, it's Swiss style format with a top cut of 4 or 8, depending on how many people turn up. Best of 3. And yeah, there's some other rules there. I won't explain it all on stream now, but it's all there should you wish to have a little gander. But yeah, so that is the tournament at Patriot Games. And then the last event to talk about is the Achroma Showcase happening on the 30th of November. This is going to be happening in Soho, London. It is going to be free entry, but there is a guest list that you will need to get signed on. I know, unfortunately, I'm going to sound like a broken record. The guest list has not gone live yet. Again, it's something that the team are urgently working on. It's just another thing in the long to-do list that the team are trying their best to get out ASAP. As soon as that is out, I will let you guys know on social media. But it's really going to be awesome. There's going to be some new reveals of some new awesome products. There's going to be panels. There's going to be masterclasses. There's going to be meeting the creators and getting things signed. There might even be some cosplay. There'll be some signed stuff. It's going to be awesome. So if you can get to London on the 30th of November, definitely get ready to put your name on that guest list, and it's going to be awesome. And that's the showcase. And with that, that is all of the news events. That's all the news and events, sorry. We're now going to get to the previews. I hope they remove the deck switching personally. We will see. We will see. So, what we're going to do now then, folks, is I'm going to preview to you guys Achroma Legends. Anyone going down from around Cambridge? Good question, Martin. We'll have to see. So, to kind of introduce Achroma Legends then, folks, if you're not aware, if you backed the TTRPG in the Kickstarter or pre-ordered it on our website, then you guys will have all received emails now, if you haven't already, with a option to select a palette. And once you've selected your palette, you'll be sent out a starter box, of which I've not got my starter box with me here, but the starter box contains the palette that you choose. It contains the Achroma Realm Runner Guide, which is a 136-page beautiful art and lore book. Everything you need to be able to dive into the lore of Achroma to be the Realm Master of your campaign. And what you'll also get is a unlock code, and that unlock code gives you access to Achroma Legends. So this is our new website, achroma.games, and you can see Legends on here. Now I have logged into my account and I have got the code, so we're going to have a look here. So I'm going to be giving you guys a bit of a backstage look at what it looks like, and the reason we're doing this is because we want to make sure that everybody is fully aware of what you're purchasing, and we'll make sure that this content is available for everyone to see. What shall I start with then? Let's just start by having a little look. Actually, no, that's what I want to start with. So there has been some questions already asked in the Discord, and I want to relay those to you guys in stream for those who haven't seen. So yes, this is content that is currently locked behind the unlock code. However, it has been confirmed by the core team that currently this is what we're considering open beta. This is going to actively change and be improved as the time goes on. Once we're happy that it's kind of in a final form situation and comes out of open beta, we have confirmed that the rules for Achroma Legends will eventually be free to view. So the rules themselves will eventually be free to view. So that, if you're playing around a table and you have Achroma Legends, the portal unlocked, but your friends that you're playing with don't, they can still view the rules digitally. It's not meaning that every single person has to have bought it to be able to play around the table with you. And the other thing we've confirmed for the meantime, I'm not sure how long it's going to be in open beta. Just to confirm, if you guys do, purchase the code and unlock this, we are saying that it's perfectly okay that if you're sat around a table with some of your friends and you're going to be, the Realm Master for a campaign, it is perfectly okay to, print off or screenshot some of this and share it with the people around the table so that they can play in the moment with you. Obviously, to be very clear, we will, with copyright issues, please do not screenshot and post it all over the internet sort of thing. It's, you can pass it to your friends around the table to be able to play. And eventually the rules will be going into free to play anyway. What is obviously always going to be locked behind the code is the campaigns that, the campaigns to be able to play, and some of the wiki bits as well. So in the long run, what have you actually paid for? So in the long run, what you've paid for is obviously the early access, which has come in now. You get the full access to the campaign notes to be able to run the campaign and future campaigns that we'll be releasing as well, because this isn't just the only campaign we're bringing out. And you'll get access to the wiki, which has all of the information you need at a moment's notice to be able to play the game. So let's have a little look through then. So first things first, there is an Achroma Legends open beta README. So I'm actually just going to read this out verbatim so you guys can understand what you're getting into with this open beta. So let's have a little read of this. I appreciate it's a relatively small text. I'm actually going to scroll to this screen so you guys can see it in a bit better. So welcome all to the first public iteration of Achroma Legends. Realm Runner Studios is very proud that everybody can get their eyes on this new way to play Achroma and play out all the roles you can think of in the Achroma universe. Alongside this opening up, you'll be able to find plenty of information on our Achroma wiki regarding all the world, settings, and characters. Alongside this, there is a starter character creator. We're also happy with the starter sets and We're also happy with the starter sets and the deluxe realm boxes that you are all enjoying, and we look forward to growing this digital offering with the community's help to make it the best it can be. There are 2 digital books currently available, How to Play and Lost in the Realms. Warning, if you are not planning on being the Realm Master and are interested in playing the campaign adventure, I'd advise not looking at the Lost in the Realms pages. Essentially, if you read the Lost in the Realms book and you want to be a player for it, then obviously you might get a few spoilers. So what makes this part an open beta? Quite simply, we put this version. Sorry, that needs to be reworded. Quite simply, this version you are seeing here is not the final version. There is more to come in terms of features and more to come in terms of expanding content. So in answer to your question a little bit there, Darth, as well, there is more coming. This isn't it. We are very much, I know, I promise I can read. We are very much looking forward to our community members and players getting their teeth into Legends, and we really, really want to hear feedback from all of you. Those that are RPG veterans, those that are new, those that know lots about the world of Achroma, and those that are just getting their feet in. We are interested in feedback about everything from the mechanics to balancing to cost-specific details, on the specific cards and anything that would help improve the experience of Achroma Legends. I can't stress enough that if you are in our Discord, there is a channel called Achroma Legends Forum. Post all of your feedback in there. We will listen to it all. So what you'll find in How to Play, there are 3 sections: the Realm Master's Guide, which is pages and helpful info on how to become Realm Master and run gaming sessions for players. There is How to Play, which includes the bulk of the information on what Achroma is and the Legends of Rules. And there is the Character Creation Guides that talks through the initial Character Creation Guide here. Feedback is definitely welcome on any of these sections to help us with clarity and fun. What you're going to find in Lost in the Realms. So this section should only be read by the Realm Masters. It is the first Achroma adventure, keyword first, we will be bringing out more, spanning across many locations. This adventure is expected to take the players many sessions, so it's not a one-shot, folks. It is a campaign to get through all of the content. And it provides a very lore-rich Achroma story to play through. A couple of notes on this. The settings are written in different styles, and we are definitely keen on feedback from the Realm Masters and players in which sections you like, which do you not like, which style was useful for our Realm Masters, and which should improve. So what that's essentially saying, folks, is the different chapters. Some of the chapters have actually been written in different formats to kind of trial which formats you preferred the writing of. So when you guys are going through that, please give us feedback. So what comes next? So Achroma Legends is an evolving game. We're going to be constantly updating it, and we're very keen on the community growing this experience with us. We know, however, there are some things that will be coming, so please know the following is on our roadmap. So there is going to be coming out a Realm Master Toolkit. This will be tools to manage NPC shard banks and encounter groups. There'll be a character creation to allow gaining of new core shards and creation of characters not at base level. So to be very clear, currently on launch, you can only make a character at level 1, but coming very soon will be the ability to level up your characters and make characters straight away at a high level. I believe Jack said in the Discord that's coming very soon, because we appreciate that there shouldn't be too long a delay on that, otherwise you guys will start your campaigns and get stuck at level 1. So that will be coming, quote, very soon. There will be expanded dice rolling options. There'll be further expansions on heroic NPCs regarding their creation abilities, and there'll be, the access to the ever-evolving and expanded wiki. So whenever we bring out new sets and more information, it'll be added to the wiki. Lastly, all of us at Realm Studios would like to offer our continued thanks to all of you that continue to support Achroma, and thanks to those of you jumping in for the first time. The world of Achroma is so much brighter for all of you in it. Enjoy our adventures. Jack, Rachel, Chris, Dan, Michael, Ethan, Troy, Frankie, Charlie, and Hen. As I said, we're a very small team, folks, and we're all very, very grateful for you guys supporting us. So that is the kind of the welcome. Let me know if there's any questions so far. So here's the How to Play guide. Now, I'm not going to be going through exactly how to play today. The How to Play is currently behind the code. If anybody has any specific questions on how to play, then, I'll happily answer them in chat. But to be very clear, we're not going to sit here on the stream and go through exactly how to play, because we'll probably be here for much longer. But you can see here that when you click on how to play, you've got specific chapters. So, you've got overviews, how to be a Realm Master, pre-adventure preparation, NPCs and how to go. So this is all for the Realm Master's Guide. Then actually how to play. So it explains your shard bank, dice, palette, canvas, encounters. I will show this one in a moment. Will we get other creatures such as the creatures? What do you mean by that, Shard? Do you mind expanding on your question? Martin says, so do we use our cards in the TTRPG? Yes, Martin. Now, this is something that I think some people won't be happy with, but we as a team are very, very confident and proud of the way that we are directing this RPG. We appreciate it might not be to everyone's taste, but we want this RPG to be played with the cards. We love the idea that your one collection of cards is playable for the RPG and the card game. So yes, you play the RPG with your cards. For example, let me just grab a palette quickly. So there we go. I'm playing in the RPG. Here we go. Here's my palette of cards. Now, when you actually start out in the RPG, you'll probably only have like a handful of cards. Level 1 character, you're probably only going to have 3 or 4 cards. So you've got a tiny little palette. A bit like how in other RPGs you have just a couple of cards to, a couple of spells to get you started. It's not exactly going to be the most diverse starting of a game, but that's like any RPG. So yeah, you still play with the cards. You'll still have a palette to be able to draw cards from. You'll still have a dregs that you play cards that you've played, and you'll still have a hand and stuff like that. Like in other RPGs, there's the opportunities to rest and take a break. When you rest, so when your character sleeps, all of the cards that were in your dregs go back to your palette, so you kind of refresh your skills. Now, in terms of how the cards work, now to kind of cast back a little bit in the alpha version. Well, okay. In the alpha version of the RPG, we actually had it that all of the cards had like different abilities. So like, for example, I don't know, occultist influence. You know, in the card game, it's steal one for every character on your canvas. Originally, we like made a completely brand new ability. But the issue of that is that you've got a card in your hand, but then you've got to like refer to the rules of what it does. So what we've done instead is we've now made it that whatever is on the card is what it does in the RPG. So there's no like, oh, wait, what does this card do? The only thing we have done is we've made it very clear. I'm actually going to show you guys this link here, how to use cards in Achroma Legends, because there will be certain keywords that are slightly different. So let's have a little look at this. You know, this bit I will show you. So, let me go back to this screen. So your Achroma Legends has a palette of Achroma cards used throughout your adventure. So, you get some of them. There's Jack. If everyone could give a nice welcome into Jack. Jack Constantine is one of the core creators of Achroma and the RPG. So if you have any questions directly for Jack, he is in the stream. Welcome in, Jack. Creatures have been a big discussion. We're keen to get them playable or familiar. We just need to sort out exact forwards. Well, there we go. There's the answer to your question, Shah. Thank you very much for answering that, Jack. So yeah, as always, cards are in one of the 4 categories: characters, objects, locations, actions. No different there. And just like in the card game, you know, when you deploy a card, you'll pay the shards. Just like in the card game. Very, very similar. Keep it nice and easy. So yes, in many cases, cards will have gameplay text immediately before the center hex, and like any other formats, they affect the game. So some of these abilities are clearly explained. So, for example, some cards say things like characters on your canvas or choose a character. So in these instances, if you have a card that says, you know, all characters on your canvas get protection, or choose a character, give them protection. So in these instances, you can consider your player character, so therefore yourself, as a character. So essentially, you yourself are a character, and then let's say that I played Isadora down on my canvas. She is also a character. So if I played a card that was give a character protection, I can give it to Isadora or me. Almost think of yourself as you're on your own canvas permanently, if that helps give you an idea. So yes, whenever it says like characters on your canvas or choose a character, you can either choose a character that you've deployed on your canvas, or you can choose yourself. You know, cards on your canvas, again, same thing. Erase. So, obviously there are a lot of cards in Achroma that say erase a character. Now, that would be too strong in an RPG. Imagine if someone played erase a character and they just erased your RPG character. Like, there you go. You're erased, you're out. That'd be too strong. So the way erase works in the RPG is if it's what we call a minor NPC, then erase will work exactly the same as it does for any other cards. You just erase them. However, if you are using an erase card against what's called a heroic NPC or a player character, you instead do shard damage equal to the shard value of the card you're using. So as it says here, so if you played Fireball, which normally costs 2 red shards, it would do 20 shard damage. If you did Skynet, which is 3 Achroma shards, it does 30 damage. So, minor NPC, you just erase them. Major NPC or player character, you do significant shard damage. If a card erases all characters, then it's based on the shard damage. So you can see here that when you look at all of the other keywords, most of them do the same thing. So dig a card from your dregs. Go find a card from your palette. Some of them are going to be slightly different. So poisonous. So when inflicting poisonous damage to a minor NPC, you always fully erase them. With a heroic NPC, you do extra damage. So the idea here is that, you know, we understand that you couldn't exactly port every keyword exactly how it works in the card game to the canvas, but the keywords are still on the card. So you might have to refer to this a few times, just like when you're learning the card game. I'm not going to go through all of them, but you can see here that we've got, there is something for every keyword, so that it's very clear. Most of them do the same things as the card game. A few of them just have a slight difference. But it's all nicely there. For example, swapping and moving cards. So if cards ever specifically for you to move or take for swap cards, you can only do non-heroic cards. You can't essentially, you can't swap and claim a major NPC. Smear Smash is going to be a big hit, absolutely. Yes, a Giant Prism, for example, going back to erase cards, Sarah. So the way that Giant Prism would work is that would erase all minor NPCs that are Achroma, and any major NPCs or player characters with Achroma would take 50 shards of damage. So big card. Chroma Worm making a comeback? Yeah. So Sadistic says, can you ask the team to give us an example of how it's played? The explanation is a lot of writing. Okay, so what I will aim to do, Sadistic, is now that I'm finished with everything with Comic-Con, what I will do is over the next sort of week or two, it probably won't be any quicker than 2 weeks, but I'll try. I will see if I can put together some form of YouTube video or at least some form of like short guide that kind of does maybe some demo turns or something like that. Or I'll have to check with the team because I'm not sure what I'll be allowed to post on the YouTube channel, but I will figure it out because I very much appreciate Sadistic that right now it is just a wall of text, and I appreciate for those that are dyslexic or those that just don't learn through reading, that's definitely not fully inclusive. So we will definitely look to get some form of video content, some video guides. What we might do actually is we maybe I'm not sure if Jack's still in the stream. We could probably work on some video kind of short, like almost like short sound bites of like here's some demonstrations, and we could probably build those videos into the Legends database so that you can see here read arrays, and there might be a video here that goes here's an example. So we can definitely work on those. That's really good feedback. Thank you, Sadistic. We'll definitely put that on the to-do list if that wasn't already. What else have we got in the chat? Hate Samir Smash. The board wipe cards are the best. Absolutely. I'm sure my Dragon Shah will tie to it. Awesome. But yeah, so there we go. So let's have a little look. So that is the how-to. So yeah, like I said, I'm not going to go through it all, folks. So that is the how to play. So it's all on there to read. I appreciate that right now, like I said, it is just walls of text, folks. But again, we wanted to get this out nice and quickly, but it's all nice to read in there. It's all in chapters as well, so you can see exactly what you're reading. So the other things that are here, you've also got the wiki. Let's have a quick look at this. So find out about the Achroma story so far. Again, I'm not going to go through it all, but you can see here, it's very detailed that you've got a whole massive wiki. Anything you want to know about. So let's see, let's have a look at Draco Graveyard. It's only a small bit of text, but here's all the information you need to know about, Draco Graveyard at this time. Mage Elite Staff. There's information about Mage Elite Staff. Again, it's a Wikipedia, it's all going to grow over time. Whenever we get more information, we will put it in there. Whenever we bring out more cards and more locations, we'll put it in there. This is something that's going to, now we've got it, it can be built on and get better and better and better. So right now, it's just a great way of getting more information. If you suddenly need to know about Klaus, there we go, there's loads of information. Obviously, there'll be more or less depending on what we've already released. Some things might only have a few lines, some things might have more. We'll definitely work on easier content like images and videos throughout the open beta. Perfect. There we go. Thank you, Jack. It's more the glee my son has when he plays the Smash. If you don't like it, play like the Hulk and you have to pay extra shards for it. Absolutely. So there we go. So that's the wiki. And then at the very bottom, you have the character creator. So if you click on that, this gives you the ability to character create. Now, I should say, folks, the character creator is not locked behind the code. So right now, if you currently have access to the Legends, so you have access to the rules, stuff like that, if I just go back a second, even if you have not got your unlock code, folks, you can still go to achroma.games right now, click on Legends, or go to achroma.games/legends, and you can scroll down, and you guys can start creating your level 1 characters right now. So it means that even if you haven't purchased it yet, if you've got a friend that has purchased it and is willing to be your Realm Master, you can still create your character. So I'm not going to go through the full character creation, but you can see here if you click on it, it currently gives you the option. You can see I created one here as a demonstration. You can click plus new, and you basically, it's like a nice little way, it's really nice and simple. You just put in your name. I mean, I'll do a really quick test, choose an avatar, choose a realm. Let's go Norso. What faction? We'll go traders. It gives you, information about what benefits you get. I'll pick suddenly troll. It shows you these are the starting cards. So because I've got monk control, these are the cards I'm going to be starting with. We'll go next. You then choose your allocation of attributes. Again, it explains in the rules what these do and and how it helps. But you can see how many you have. So there you go. Pick some shards. Next, choose your relic. Let's go with apple. It's always apple for me. And it shows you, there you go, here's what you're going to have. Save. It's that easy, folks. It is that easy to build a character. I appreciate that maybe it would take a bit longer because you want to do some tests. You can see here as well that when you click on the 3 dots, you can edit the character. However, be aware, as soon as you start playing the character for the first time, you will no longer be able to edit. And that's essentially, well, you won't be able to change the initial values. That means that you can't start playing and then suddenly realize, oh, actually, I want to change this. Obviously, your character will be editable when it comes to leveling up your character. But that, like we said, that's coming in a later update very, very soon. At the moment, it's just level 1 characters. But yeah, so there we go. That is the wrong screen. That is the character creator. Welcome in, Luna. Great to see you. Now, that's a beautiful character creation. Thank you. No, we will take all the positive feedback. That's lovely to see, folks. But again, if there's anything that you find that doesn't work, anything that you think could be better, tell us. We want you guys in the community to be part of this open beta and really help us to shape this RPG to be the best it can be. Good evening, Auntie. Great to see you. So yeah, there we go. That is a little bit of an insight into the Achroma Legends. So just as a reminder, the character creator is currently free. You can all go to achroma.games/legends and start making your first characters. If you want to actually access the first campaign we've released and the how to play guide, then you will need to purchase the Achroma Legends code. As a reminder, you can either buy one of the starter sets or the amazing deluxe boxes that are linked down below. If you have any questions about those or any questions at all, I cannot stress enough, folks, ask me in the stream chat. Ask me in Discord, message us on Facebook or any of our social medias, and we'll be happy to discuss options with you. If anybody has any other questions at the moment about Achroma Legends, then chuck them in the chat and me and Jack can answer them as best as possible. Otherwise, there we go. That is a nice little preview of Achroma Legends and what you guys are getting in the portal. What else have we got in the chat at the moment? Nutritious, welcome in, Nutritious. Character Creator is very, is great to mess with it in this morning, very smooth. You'll be getting on it this week. Have a good play around, fantastic. A friendly version compared to other games. Thank you, Scott. Yeah, I think what we're trying to go with Legends is we're trying to go with, we've already got the beautiful universe of Achroma. We know that we've got a beautiful universe to dive into. We want this game to be much easier to get into than other RPGs. The fact that you can play with the same cards used for the card game, your cards have all the abilities on. We want it to be the type of RPG that you can get your friends round, explain the rules in minutes, and just get going. So yeah, that's really nice feedback. Thank you. You got the Deluxe at Comic-Con and the starter from Kickstarter. Very nice. You are completely set, OSJ. Awesome. Cool. So that is Achroma Legends. Again, if you have any questions, folks, let me know. Now, I appreciate that we have Rich and Shah on standby, ready for the Realm Table segment. I have one more thing to do before we move on to the Realm Table segment today, and that is we have a couple of giveaways to do. So, now, again, going back to the event that we ran for the last month, the Sparata season, two of our regular community guild members who do content creation, Draco Temple and Echo from Draco Temple and Lewis from Achroma.tools, both of their links are down below. Both of them were really, really kind, and they set up a bit of a giveaway. And that giveaway was, Lewis said the top, I think is it 7 or 8 people? The top 7 people, as in whoever had the most Achroma wins, would win an unlimited palette of their choice. And then Echo equaled it. So Echo's done a giveaway, which is the top 7 players for Chroma have a chance to win an unlimited palette. So if your name is on the right here, that is you were one of the top Achroma players. And if your name is on the right here, then you were one of the top. This is top Chroma. That's top Achroma. My apologies. If your name's not on the list, then my apologies. You won't be in this giveaway. But we are going to be talking about a potential giveaway in just a moment. So, keep in mind as well. So let's see who is going to win the Achroma one. Good luck to everybody. It's going to be... Alchemist of Zorn. Congratulations, Alchemist. So I don't know if they're currently in the stream. If not, we'll message them on Discord. But if you are watching the stream, then all you need to do is send a direct message through Discord to Lewis in the Discord. He will make himself known, and he is going to organize, purchasing that palette and getting it to you. Considering this is, to be very clear, this is not a Achroma sponsored thing. This is a community member running a giveaway. I'm just doing the reveal on stream as a nice little way of doing it. So yeah, well done, Zorn. And then let's go straight to the Achroma one. So again, thank you very much to Echo for doing this one. So this is between Sarah, Billy, Chloe, Helix, Moose, Lord Den, and Jonky Wonky. Congratulations to... Looks like it's going to be Billy. There we go. Congratulations, Billy, as well. Again, I'm not sure if you're in the stream. You need to send a message to Echo in the Discord. He will make himself known, and he will organize getting you an unlimited palette bought for you as well. So well done to Billy. Maybe, they might do that again in future. They might do that again in future seasons. So definitely keep an eye out for the creator content in the Discord. Cries at Achroma for not being on the side to get the giveaway. We just got to all fight a bit harder next time. I was on the list as well. Just got back from A&E. Oh, hope you're always well, Lewis. All right, folks. So for those that are new to the stream, what happens now? So that was all of the news, events, and previews of the stream. We now go into the middle segment of the stream, which is called the Realm Table. And this is where we are in just a moment going to get a couple of the community members in the stream with me. Please give them all a big welcome in just a moment. And we're going to have a nice little discussion. So can everybody please give a warm welcome to Shah and Rich. Welcome in, guys. How are we doing? Feel free to unmute if you haven't already.
I'll do it fine, thank you.
Hello.
Everybody.
Thank you very much for being on the stream. I appreciate you guys have been nice and patient as well, because I wasn't sure how long the preview was going to take. So would you want to start by introducing yourself? So Shah, would you like to go first? Introduce yourself.
Hiya, I'm Shah, also known as ShahX in Discord. Part of the Achroma Guild, which we'll probably get onto in a second. But yeah.
Absolutely.
Hello.
Thank you, Shah. Pleasure to have you here. And Rich, would you like to introduce yourself a little bit?
Yeah, well, I'm Rich, obviously known on Discord as Silent Sifu. I run the thing down at Bash, which everyone's welcome to come and have some games with us.
Very nice. So, go on. I thought you were going to have a closing line there. So both Shah and Rich have been in the community for a fair while now. And yeah, like Rich said, he runs the Bash event every Tuesday, so definitely come and see Bash. So welcome both to the stream. Now, the main reason why we got you two on stream today is to talk a little bit about the Achroma Guild. So this is something that we haven't really spoken about too much in the Discord, but a few people have noticed that the role has now come up. To give a kind of bit of an introduction then to everyone, the Achroma Guild is a select group of the community that is not going to be, fully exclusive, I should say, as in, we are going to be getting more members in over time. And I guess, the idea is to have a group of community that kind of are almost like representatives for Achroma. They're going to join us at events, join us at events, sing the name of Achroma to the community, and also just people that are content creators and really out there to help the community. So, Rich, I'm going to come to you first. How did it feel to be, invited to the guild? How's your experience of it been so far?
Absolutely buzzing. From the moment that you invited me to it, and then to come down to Comic-Con. I've never been to a Comic-Con before, so I was absolutely hyped up.
Yeah, because that was it. Because everyone got invited to the first guild members got invited to Comic-Con. So it's your first Comic-Con. How did you find it?
Wicked, absolutely wicked. I was a little bit nervous because obviously traveling down on my own. And as I was going in cosplay, do I travel all the way or do I bottle it? Which I bottled it. Speaking
of which, I will try, whilst you're talking, I'll see if I can find your cosplay to bring up on stream, so keep going.
It was an early start. I left the home at 5:30 in the morning to get the way down there. But it was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Really enjoyed it.
And just whilst I find the cosplay, so Shah, how's it for yourself being, invited to the guild and coming down to Comic-Con?
It was incredible. I met you guys at Comic-Con back in May, and that's how I sort of got into the game initially. So to be able to be invited by the Achroma team for Comic-Con October, was just incredible. So I don't live very far away, so I'm only London, but yeah, it's amazing. Enjoyed every minute.
I'm glad. So on screen now is a picture of this was your cosplay then, Rich. There you go.
Yeah, it was. Well, I normally dress up as the monk, don't I? Because that is me. I am the librarian or the monastery keeper, should I say? So I doctored it slightly and came as Pennywise.
But you know what? This works so well. So for those that went to Comic-Con, Rich had a brilliant idea, and that was, obviously we brought the Achroma Guild down to MCM, and there was loads of the regular community that turned up as well. And it was one of those things, in any Comic-Con, it's hard to find your friends. So Rich tied the balloons to a table, so you could just see the red balloons and know exactly where to go for the Achroma lot. And it was really good. You guys had a really good little setup going.
Yeah, it really was good fun. Just to get everybody down there and playing a few games. And then we had people coming across and seeing what we were doing. They were asking us what we were doing, and then they were getting involved. It was brilliant.
No, it was really good. And obviously, that's the whole
That's
point.
very cool.
That's the whole point of the Achroma Guild is you guys are there almost like as like ambassadors, flying the flag and getting people in, which is absolutely brilliant. So obviously something else that you guys got involved with from being in the guild is you guys were the first to receive your deluxe boxes. Now I appreciate both of you already had cards, stuff like that, but how did it find getting those like deluxe boxes in your hands? I'll come to you first, Shah.
Wow, that's what I can say. Wow, like the presentation of the cards within the deluxe boxes are incredible. Like, I'm definitely going to be using the entire box as like a storage thing. So all my cards are going to be stored inside it.
Awesome. And what about you, Rich? Which one did you pick up, Rich? It was Draco, right?
I only play Draco. I love my dragons, so that's what was a must for me. The box itself is gorgeous, and then the content as well, absolutely magic. And tucked right away at the bottom there, the gorgeous playmat.
Oh yeah, the playmats are great.
Such brilliant quality, etc. And also to have it signed, mind blowing.
Absolutely. Now, obviously, if you guys want stuff signed as well, as in everybody else, then if you can join us in the showcase 30th of November, I'm going to plug it again because there will be Achroma creators there signing stuff. Also, those in the chat, feel free to give a nice warm welcome to Tati Von T, the one of the other masterminds behind Achroma, and obviously Achroma Legends. So let's talk a little bit about Achroma Legends then. Now, I appreciate that neither of you have played Achroma Legends as it only came out this week, but I know that both of you got involved in the alpha testing. Now, I appreciate the game's changed a little bit since alpha, but considering they're both on stream, it's a good opportunity to speak about it, and obviously being Achroma Guild members, to talk about it. Rich, we'll come to you first. So I know that you played obviously my one shot. I came to bash and run a one shot for you, and I know you've been also writing your own one shot. So tell us in your words, how have you found the Achroma Legends so far, even in your alpha version?
Oh, the alpha version, I joined you in yours, and then I had to go and run it myself and get the guys from Bash involved, and they all absolutely loved it.
Did you run my one in the end? My one shot?
Yeah, I ran your one shot in the end.
Oh,
there were 6 of us. We all sat down and played it, and absolutely just had one hell of a giggle.
Oh, that's awesome! So you've actually had your first go at Realm
It was
Mastering.
amazing. Yeah, that was my first time to actually having a go at it.
Because it was also your first RPG, right? First
yes. Never played one before. Never ever played one.
So it's a good question for you then to kind of, maybe those that are in the chat that have never got into it before. So as someone who's just getting into their first TTRPG with Achroma Legends, obviously you've now had a go at being a player and a Realm Master. What would you, I appreciate again, you were playing the alpha, but it's not too different the beta. How would you find like the onboarding process? Was it, how did you find it?
I found it quite simple to follow, to be honest. I think the hardest bit was trying to explain to everybody else at first how to create a character.
I guess that's how easy with the portal.
Yeah, and then obviously, originally, like you said earlier, the cards weren't exactly doing what they said, so it just made it a little bit more confusing. But now that that's been sorted, it's going to be an absolute doddle, I think.
And I can't wait to play your one shot that you've been working on.
Oh, I've got an absolute little perler.
I can't wait. Are we going to do that in person at Bash? Do we need to organise a Bash meetup?
I would love to organise it at Bash. Yep.
We'll do that then.
And come down and come and have some fun.
Awesome. And then, Shah, coming to yourself then. So obviously, again, I know you played as a player in my one shot alpha. And I know you've been preparing to Realm Master for the first time with the London group.
Yes.
I know it was supposed to be this week. Did you get a chance to do that this week, or has that now been moved forward a little bit?
It's been moved back a little bit. We're still doing character creations and just timings and stuff.
But again, how have you found so far? Again, honest and open opinions. How have you found so far being a player? I appreciate getting the alpha, and also preparing to be a Realm Master. How have you found it?
I'm still preparing in the alpha sort of section because that's what sort of I'm planning on running your one shot. Mm-hmm. So, but it's been pretty easy, and like explaining people how to like create the characters and stuff should be made easier with the new release. So
yeah, because if you don't mind me asking, Shah, and you are allowed to name them on stream, it's okay, like we can talk about other games on stream. What have you played other RPGs before? Have you played things like D&D or Pathfinder or anything like that?
Yes, I've played D&D. So, and
again, you can be, I promise you can be as honest as you like here. Like, how have you found D&D or Pathfinder compared to, again, alpha version? I appreciate that's only what you've played so far of Achroma Legends.
There's definitely a lot of difference, but I like the difference of the cards. You have like, oh, it's a spare at the moment. You don't have to go through and like read your list of spells and other stuff that you have to like know. And there's like, oh, I don't know, too much choice. Whereas like, oh, I only have 5 cards in hand. Oh, I can only do like play Breath of Fire, for example.
Yeah.
So,
which again,
I like that.
Like, because I should say as well, like, to be very open and honest to everybody watching, like, obviously I played a lot of the alpha. You know, I'm the community coordinator. I'm not a game designer. So, you know, everything that's been happening with the Achroma Legends, I've been kept out of that secrets as well. So, you know, this is all new for me. So I'm really looking forward. I'm probably going to rewrite my one shot based on the new rule set so that people can keep running that. And I'm definitely going to organize a kind of community run through of the Lost in the Realms campaign. Maybe we can potentially record that and put that on YouTube. That'd be quite nice if possible. But yeah, I really want to get stuck in, which will be good. Scott says, might have to give it a bash. Being a Realm Master will be fun. OSJ says, currently finding people in my area to give it a go. OSJ, I know you're around the Midlands. Can you get to bash potentially? And join for me and Rich for Rich's one shot possibly? But yeah, no, it has been really, really good. So let's go back to talking about... Go on, Rich.
It's not a one shot.
Oh, it's not a one shot, is it?
It's not a one shot. No.
How long do you expect it to take?
Blown. At the moment, all I can say is that you've arrived at a temple, and there is a big red door in front of you. It doesn't have any knobs on it.
I go bash on it.
You have to find a way in.
Okay, so no one's answering. Okay, all right. All right,
I'm not giving you any more details than that.
Okay, awesome. Okay, that'll be really, really fun. So let's finish by just talking about the guild a little bit more before going. So, you know, like I said at the start, the Achroma Guild is, you know, this group of community members. That, you know, the whole point of the Achroma Guild is you guys are almost like ambassadors going forward, you know, talking about the game, joining us at events and stuff like that. So my last question for you guys is simply, you know, I'll give you a moment to think. I just want to know what do you guys want to see from the Achroma Guild and kind of like for the future of Achroma? Like, you know, what do you feel is the way forward with, you know, Achroma Legends and the game and things like that? Either of you want to come in first at all?
Go on, sure.
So obviously being part of the guild, you know, I know that you've been invited to the showcase as well. You know, what are you excited for? Is a better way of asking that question.
For the showcase, definitely excited to like be able to like talk to like the creators and stuff like that. It's going to be quite cool.
Have you met?
I'm just looking forward to playing. No, I haven't.
Oh, very nice.
So,
are you gonna get any cards signed?
I think so. I think I've got to take Dex.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, there will be play space, so we'll play some games. But sorry, I did interrupt you there. Was there anything else?
No, it's just definitely looking forward to playing games with people and like, yeah.
Awesome.
It'll be quite nice. So.
And what about you, Rich? What are you looking forward to or excited about with the Achroma Guild and the future of Achroma?
Absolutely everything at the moment, because it's just such an exciting time. As you say, it's constantly evolving, it's constantly growing, and to be part of that gives me an absolute buzz. It's something that I needed. It's just something that can drive me, and I can share my passion that I've got for it. And as you can see behind my face, I'm like a 15-year-old kid again. Brilliant.
I wish I could just like snap that and just put it on a banner. Like, it'll make you feel like a 15-year-old kid again. Who needs aging cream when you can play Achroma?
Exactly.
But you know what?
You know, I've also been, you know, I like playing my cosplay and stuff like that. And some of the ideas that I've got for cosplay and looking at the stuff online that you can get. I mean, I could actually get like a full Dragon Draco puppet that wraps around me, and I can use its you know, put my hand as a puppet and scare the life out of people.
That would be awesome, especially if it's Tenebris. But no, you know what? I really like what you said a moment ago there. I think I couldn't have said it better myself, where, you know what? This is genuinely a really exciting time. Whether you are a regular player and you've been in the community for, a year or so, whether you're someone that's literally watching the stream for the first time thinking, oh, I might buy a Achroma. Like, the fact that our card game is in a really good place. We've got Achroma Legends just dropping and evolving. We got the adventure game dropping, imminently. You've got the showcase where we've got, again, I can't really talk about it today, but we've got something new that's anticipated and coming. Like, it's just a really good time. And being that we are still, such a small team, and, let's be honest, compared to the big AAA games, we are still a very small community.
Yeah.
Now is the time to be excited, because you guys in the community are quite literally shaping the world. And you know what? For myself to you two specifically, thank you for being part of the Achroma Guild, because you guys were chosen because of your passion and love of the game, as which has come across from talking to you guys today. So it's, very exciting to see. And to you, Rich, Tatty said, oh, please tell me you're coming as a dragon.
If I could, I would. There's no way I can afford it at the moment. It's a silly price.
That is fair.
I will be doing something in the future. Don't
Maybe
worry
for
about
like a Christmas
that.
party or something, yeah.
It's coming.
It's definitely coming. Maybe I need to get my gears in order. Maybe I'll look to do some cosplay for the 30th. We'll see what I can do.
I'm definitely upgraded my monk's outfit.
So you're gonna come as your monk as a bare minimum. You're gonna be coming from monk.
I'm gonna be coming as a full-blown Buddhist monk, including bringing my staff down with me as well.
So you'll be the monastery keeper, and I can be the dragon. You protect.
That sounds good to me.
Awesome. And Shara, are you gonna come as Wiggly Woo? Which to be fair, will mean nothing to other people.
No. I mean, Dave's in stream, so.
Of course.
But yeah, probably not. I'm still kind of deciding what I want to do. There's a couple that I'm like, maybe not. I don't know.
We will see.
So
I'm waiting for someone to like get a yellow and black sleeping bag, put it over themselves, and just come as Fungwa.
That'd be cool.
That is an idea.
Yeah.
It's like we had the whole idea that I was going to pinch a lab coat from uni and come as Professor Fungwa.
I mean, that would be good. You know what? If the pins haven't been sent out from the Kickstarter by then, I will happily let you borrow my Fungwa pin if you come in that lab coat. I'll happily lend that to you. Lewis said, just remember if you're a new player, you should always choose Flutterby. Yeah, of course, Lewis. Sadistic says, yeah, that'd be awesome. If I can't get Shaz on board, very good. And Bash is about an hour and a half drive, so I could try and make it another time. I mean, if it's for an entire evening doing an Achroma Legends session, then I would definitely say it'd be worth it, OSJ. So, we'll make sure to let you know about any future times.
Well, we always sort of open the door at 5 o'clock, and I'm always there from 5. We just give it a little bit of a distance, obviously, if people are travelling. So we don't start till 6, 6:30 sometimes. We'll stay until we get kicked out.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much both for joining on the stream. Obviously the aim of this realm table is to talk a little bit about the guild, obviously introduce you guys. I'm sure you guys don't mind me saying to everybody watching, if anybody ever has any questions, Shah and Rich are both in the Discord, very friendly. They're very much up for games, so, say hello to them in the Discord. Definitely. And they're around.
Definitely. Yeah. Thank you for the invite.
Thank you. And again,
thank you for that.
Thank you very much for joining my stream and talking about all your experiences. Have a lovely evening, and we'll see you again very soon.
Yeah, you too.
Bye.
Cheers, guys.
Bye.
Can we get a massive... Oh, and there's suddenly Rich the clown again. Can we get a massive thank you in chat for Rich and Shah there? Joining us, talking about the Achroma Guild. And like I said, folks, the Achroma Guild is not completely exclusive. We will be looking to, expand and get more people into the guild over time. There is no set requirements. All we'd be looking for, we will be cherry picking people as we get more in. And all we're really looking for is just community members that are active, wholesome, helpful, content creators, just anybody really that we feel is a shining star in the community of Achroma that is just, passionate about our game. So definitely, I appreciate there might be some people getting a bit of, FOMO of, oh man, I want to be in the Achroma Guild. But don't worry, there will be more opportunities to join as well. All right, so to finish off the stream then, folks, for those that are new to stream, we have one more section of the stream. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Ignore me. Where is it? There we go. So the last bit is the community showcase. And this is the last little bit of stream where we shine the light on you guys and in the community. So to start with then, we actually have had some more fan art this week. So, you know, we have a lot of very talented people in the Discord, and a lot of people like to do fan art of Achroma. If you ever do any fan art, then please post it in our Discord. We'd love to see it. So this week we have a awesome piece of artwork. Rachel, if you're still on the stream, you'll like this. This is from Grey Wolf. Let me see if I can make it a bit smaller so it actually fits on screen there. There we go. So this is their drawing of Murky Manor and Von Ruthro House, with some of the characters there as well of, obviously, Von Ruthro himself, Kara Curdle, and Cronus. So I just like it. It's a really nice little blend of the two. You know, I like how the sky's nice and consistent, so it just, you know, it blends them together. And it's just a really nice drawing on the eyes, to be honest. I particularly like the, I mean, I'm no artist critique here, but I actually quite like the simple way that it's been kind of shaded and highlighted on the windows to kind of give it that murky feel with the crows as well. But yeah, so thank you very, very much to Grey Wolf for submitting that this week. Really, really appreciate it. And please let us know if you do anything else to it. Again, if you do any fan art, folks, chuck it in the Discord and we love to show it on stream. Devoid of color. I mean, the Murky Manor is, but that is what the Murky Manor is like, Lewis. And then over to the other side, the Von Ruthro. I mean, this is, you know, for those that don't know where this is from our first set, Curse of Curdle Hill, which is set in Salem Planum. It's all witches and wizards. This is the Von Ruthro house, which belongs to Mr. Von Ruthro here. And then this is the Murky Manor, which is home of the Mayor Isadora. And it is quite indeed a murky manor, very dark and Achroma related. I'm still learning how to use Procreate, so we'll get better. Hey, that is all fine. That is all fine. You know, we've done art competitions before that were literally doodles on napkins. So you do not have to be, you know, an amazing artist to submit fan art. You know, we do see some very talented stuff like this, for example. But you know, don't feel like you have to be an incredible artist to draw some fan art. We love it all, even if it's a meme. Make some memes. But you know what? That's my challenge to you guys. It doesn't have to be artwork. Get creative. I want to see as many. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make a forum post in the fan art channel, and I would like everybody to spend a week. You know, I don't mind if they are the most simple memes ever, or whether you go to, you know, or you spend hours making it. I want you guys to make as many funny memes of Achroma and post it in that forum post, and I will show them all next week. Make sure they're please suitable for work. So there we go. That is the fan art. Thank you again very much, Grey Wolf, for that. And then, the other thing to mention is that, I forgot to mention this. So we have got 7 new members to our Discord this week. So we're now up to 591 members. As soon as we get to 600 members, we will do another giveaway. So if you're not already in the Discord, now is a great time to join. You can find the link down underneath the stream. If maybe your friends play Achroma, but they're not in the Discord, maybe give them a little nudge to join. As soon as we reach 600 members, we will do a nice little giveaway for everybody that's in the Discord. Time to make 9 accounts. So yes, we're very, very close. And for the 7 that have joined this week, welcome into the Achroma community. I hope you're doing great. I'd like to also shout out some of our content creators. So as a reminder, if you are a content creator, you can join our ambassador scheme. And you can also post your Achroma content in our Discord under the creator content channel. And we always like to shout out the content creators each week and tell you about some of the content they've created. So all of the links that I'm about to mention can be found underneath. So we've got Draco Temple, in no particular order, we've got the Draco Temple article website, which is run by Echo. He does loads of articles on, you know, palette builds and things like that. And I believe that he has just done a new article today, actually. What was it? It was... he done a deck building marathon. Today, a special article containing 5 competitive custom palettes, each built using just 2 unlimited edition products. Essentially, it's very new player friendly. So if you are relatively new, then definitely go and check out that article. So sorry, I saw this. That's okay, Kaz. I hope you're all okay. I hope you're okay. No worries at all. There's also a link to achroma.tools down below. That is also a fan-made site made by Lewis, who we spoke about earlier. Now, Lewis hasn't posted any new content this week, but I'm still going to shout out anyway because he did also do the giveaway. But you can see all of his content, including his deck builder, in the link down below. There's also Playing Achroma, otherwise known as Ricky. Now, Ricky does loads of stuff. He's amazing. He does YouTube shorts. He does full YouTube videos. He's just branched into TikTok and Instagram, as well as also articles as well. He's done some really cool new articles this week, so definitely check them out. I've put a link to his link tree down below, so it's one link that shows you all of his stuff. Please go and support all of these content creators on there. We've also got Antonomy, who is another one of our content creators. He does a blog, again, linked down below. He's done a new article on the occultists, a palette about occultists, and also a new article on Squish and Splat, so definitely check that out if you're new to Sparata. And maybe, if you're maybe new to the game and want to learn more about those keywords. A shout out to the Wishworld Traders. They are another YouTube channel that is doing Achroma content. Again, link down below. Make sure to go give them a subscribe and support them. They brought out a new YouTube short all around Detective Cronus, if you want to learn a little bit of lore about her. And also has done some more videos. And we've got a new content creator on the scene, which is Elder Lupus. They are one of the persons that joined us at Comic-Con, or they met us at Comic-Con, I should say. And they posted a really cool Instagram video unboxing their new products and talking about Achroma and their first impressions. So you can find them linked down below. Please give them a like as well. I can't stress enough, folks, our Achroma content creators are working their hardest to give you guys, the new and old players, loads of content to dive into, whether it's lore, helpful guides and videos, or palette building stuff. So please, if you haven't already, go click on those links, give them a subscribe, give them a like, give them a follow, and help support them, because they are doing an amazing deed to help spread the game and build this amazing community. So thank you to the content creators out there. And then the last little bit I want to talk about for the Achroma community to wrap up the stream is I always like to do a deck building challenge. So every week I set a palette building challenge whereby I give you a challenge and you guys have a week to try and build the best palette based on that challenge. So for the last 2 weeks, we did a challenge which was to create the best palette using the new factions of Altari, so the best hunt and freeze palettes. Now, I appreciate that this was a little bit limited to people that only play Altari. I will say that this week's challenge, which I'll be talking about in just a moment, is good for new players. So if you are new, definitely stick around for that. But let's start by having a look at this week's entries. So we got 4 entries this week. The first was from Lewis. So this is a freeze palette by the looks of it. So we've got Mr. Morgana as the legendary, which is the awesome legendary, which is once during your turn, you can replace a character's ability with this character must attack. Basically, it's a way of counting someone's abilities. So we've got the amazing combo of Fibron and Hurrisk. This deck's been working really well, has it? Feel free to spam the chat, Lewis, with your opinions on it. So Hurrisk and Fibron is a great combo. Hurrisk freezes all cards on other canvases, and Fibron, each time you freeze a card, erase it. So if you play Fibron first and then Hurrisk, you basically erase every card on every canvas. It's a board wipe. Sintamani Stone, fantastic realm relic to be able to dig a card and play it for free. I imagine that's to replay cards like Pure or Hurrisk or Fibron. We've then got a really nice mixture of drakes. So we've got Impious Drake for the erasing, Gritfield Drake for the card draw, Dandra Drake for the drain, got the hair for a little bit of cheap freeze and gain, and yes, Materno's Egg. Materno's Egg Harris combo is insanely good. For those who don't know, Materno's Egg is a card which, as an action, allows you to reveal a dragon with 3 or less. Now, if you look on here, look on the board here, these are all drakes. The only dragon in this palette is Hurrisk. So effectively, Materno's Egg is a card that reveals Hurrisk, and then you can immediately dispose of it to deploy that dragon for 3 or less. So essentially, if you get Materno's Egg, it's basically a free way of finding and playing Hurrisk. So it's a great way of, guaranteeing getting that card out nice and quickly. The other thing I would say is having 2 Materno's Eggs. I guess it does mean that once you've found Hurrisk, these Materno Eggs then basically become pointless, but I guess at that point they're trade fodder. You have some Ice Cannons for some freeze, Monastery Nest for some gain, some Tiny Rivers for some more freezing and stealing, some Draco Graveyards to be able to obviously, dig for these cards back, Valley Caves, massive in a freeze palette, freeze a card once per turn and get +2, Bizarre Pains to freeze a location, and then Breath of Fire and the Quake for that as well. So yeah, very, very strong palette. The only thing that I'd personally say about this palette is I kind of would want, the only thing I'd potentially consider, but it's very subjective, is considering you have got a lot of freeze, I'd probably swap out either Sintamani or Purth for Slay Scorch Pools, the one that gives you +2 every time you freeze. I appreciate this does appear to be an Acrom-based palette, but again, Slay Scorch is such a good way of keeping your shards up. But again, I guess this just plays more aggressively. But by the sounds of it, it's gone pretty good. What as Lewis also said, making someone lose their entire resolve is almost game winning. Yeah, very true. You don't immediately dispose. You wait until, oh yes, you do it as a reaction on their turn. Exactly. Just ask why the egg is broken. Realize the egg, it contains your dragon. Yes, of course, because the dragon comes out. So yeah, really good palette there by Lewis. Thank you very much for sharing that. I should mention all of these are in the Discord should you want to look at them at a later date and build them for yourself. Slay loses its effectiveness with Fibron. I guess that is very true, actually. Yeah, very true, Chloe, that if you do have Fibron out, then actually there's no point in Slay Sports. Those do counteract. So, yeah, you know what? Fair play. Good. Very good point. Well made. What else have we got next? We've then got an entry. This is from... Where's my list? This is from Echo. So Echo has also built, this one is definitely more of a Achroma freeze palette. So we've got the legendary Hulara, who is a location that allows you to freeze once per turn, +4, and also becomes a character. Again, we've got the Harrison Fibron combo, this time with Slay Scorch Pools, and also Snowdrift Sanctuary, which is once during your turn, you may freeze a character and freeze a location. So this is very much a full-on freeze palette. These are kind of like your staples for a freeze palette, I believe. We've got 2 cards that freeze a location. Well, so we've got the freezes. We've got 2 ice cannons, 2 hares, 2 tiny rivers, 2 valley caves. So we've got a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 cards that can freeze. So yes, a very much full-on freeze palette. I love the combo of Chroma Storehouse as well. That's going to get you loads of shards. Chromatic Villager, fantastic one for gaining as well. Interesting to see Haim's shard caches in here, considering this isn't a Acrom palette. I imagine that's either for some quick shard value or just simply a bit of steal is always good. I guess you've also got the promo cards for that as well. But overall, again, for a freeze palette, very, very strong. The only thing I'd say about this palette is that it lacks control cards. You know, it doesn't actually have any cards that, yeah, no, it doesn't actually, okay. Fibron is your only card that can actually erase a card. So I appreciate that you're going to be doing a lot of freezing, and obviously freezing stops resolve. But, you know, if your opponent put down, let's say, a throne room and stopped, you know, throne room and chose Cyan, you know, you'd be a little bit stuck here. So I guess that would be my only thing with this palette is that you've got little to no control. I guess, again, if you've got Fibron out and you then freeze that location, it would erase that location. But then you're putting a lot of reliance on Fibron to be out. If Fibron, and you have no way of digging as well. That's a good point to mention. There's no way of digging. So if you don't get Fibron or don't dig for him, you then suddenly lose all of your controls. That's the only thing I'd say about this one. Otherwise, a very, very strong freeze deck. Do people name their decks? I think people normally do. I mean, these might have names. Maybe I just didn't actually spot them. Let me just go to the forum that I was looking at. Do we have a name for these? No, these were not named, but some people do name them. I tend to name mine, Kaz. So let's look at who we've got next. Next is another entry from Echo, funnily enough. Let's go back to my screen. So this is another one from Echo. So what did he say about this one? He said, I really tried to make a hunt palette here. I found hunts just not very good compared to the effort to pull them off. I put in almost all of the hunt characters. Mutans is the legendary as he's a nice target for the hunt effect. There's a decent number of freeze cards in there. I've gone with Kunan, so this one here, as it will either play Mist Mountain, which is really good value for this deck, or it will play Fireside Mountain to help gain, or Tactical Ambush to help resolve your hunt effects right away, which is obviously handy. He's gone with Chroma and Acrom to maximize the hunt characters and to make this a full-on hunt palette. This may not be the greatest palette, he says, but if you're looking for an all-out hunt palette, this is what you've got. Oh yes, yours is called Snowball Fight. Thank you, Lewis. So he's made a hunt palette here, so it's got all of the hunt cards. So you've got Mist Mountain, Rathma, a couple of Acrom Drillers, it's got Dari, Dark Hunter, Saran, Tactical Ambush in there, with a few nice little freeze cards as well. Like he said, hunt is one of those keywords that it's really good when you get it to work, but it does require a bit of, you know, you got to get it working. You got to do some setup. But yeah, Mist Mountain is brilliant. The shard value of hunt or freeze is reduced by 1. So like I said, playing Kunan into that would be really good. Mutans is, like you said, you can play Mutans on someone else's board and then hunt it. So that's a really good way of, forcing, hunt completely fails if your opponent doesn't play characters. So I guess putting Mutans on someone else's board really then makes it so that, you have a permanent target to hunt. I quite like that, actually. I think that's a really clever thing done by Echo there. Other things, obviously, the way you win this is a little mixture of Achroma and Acrom. Obviously, Valley Caves, Freezing, Fireside Mountain, each time you hunt +1, Dracoplanum. It's pretty good. I like this palette. I think I agree with what Echo said. This isn't going to be the greatest palette ever, but actually, I quite like the direction he's gone around hunting here. I might actually try this one for myself. The more I think about it, I really like the idea of Mutans and a hunt palette. I think that's really, really good. I just haven't found a way to make hunt work consistently. Fair. Yeah, I think that's always going to be that way, Lewis. I think hunt is a bit like Secret out in Cove, whereby it's not going to be a keyword. When you build a palette just around that keyword, I don't think it's going to be like a AAA best palette ever. It's going to be a fun palette that when it works really well. When it doesn't work, it falls a little bit flat. But it very much depends on how you build your palette and how well your cards come out. I went with Achroma with my Freeze deck and not looked too much into Hunt yet. Next task though. Yeah, I mean, Freeze definitely seems to be the most popular of Altari so far. It's been very strong. And then the last one has come from Chloe. So let's have a look at yours. Chloe, so your one is also Freeze. Got to go play Achroma with some family. Have a great week, everyone. Can't wait to get stuck in with the legends. Take care. Hey, take care, Nutritious. Thank you very much for being in stream. So this is the last entry from Chloe. So Chloe's gone for Crackle, one of Dexter's companions, which is a really good card for freeze palettes because it is plus X. X is the number of frozen cards on all canvases with an action to freeze all cards of a shard value of 3 or less. So interesting, you've gone for a slightly different point. So you've gone with Fiber and Hurrisk, again, great combo. You've gone for Snow Stiff Sanctuary and Vast Volataris. Again, I'd maybe consider swapping that out for Slay Scorch, but I imagine you've done that because, like you said, Fibron counters that. I mean, maybe remove Fibron and put in Slay Scorch. A little bit less control, a little bit more freeze. See how that goes. I can see you've gone for a little bit of Acrom, so you've got the Drakes as well as the Hares to freeze. I do like a good Claw Slash for control. Quake is obviously in there for control. Interesting, you've got Scorch as well. I imagine the idea is to Scorch Gritfield Drake to be able to then draw a card. Is that what you're going with there? Wolfgang to erase a character. A bit of Tail Swiping to steal an object. Bit of Poisonous, always good when there's protection. A cheeky sacrificial ritual in there. I'd love to know what the idea was behind that. Valley Caves, Icefalls, great locations. Impious, great choice. Chromostorus, brilliant. Oh, the Reader. I love the Reader. Once during your turn, you may look at the top 2 cards of any player's palette and put them back in any order. That's pretty much just a bit of fun. Okay, so this is an interesting one. Let's read what Chloe put in. I know you did put a little bit in Discord for this. You built this around freeze and erase. Ideally, I want to play Hurrisk and Fibron at the same time for maximum effect, but there are backups like the Quake in there along with removal for some troublesome cards, or a Tail Swipe to remove those annoying objects, especially as objects and relics are now much more powerful. Thermal Submerge and the Reader are there for fun, and the Drakes both have good abilities and can help clean things up. It's Draco, so we'll still need the Chroma Storehouse now in light blue, and Vast to keep this deck fueled. So yeah, all right, I see. So you've got Vast and Chroma Storehouse basically for your Chroma fuel. With some Scorches, which I need to swap out with the Summers to get some more. Okay. So you went with Chrome with my freeze deck and not looked into it too much at Hunt yet, just the next task though. I'm toying with the idea of swapping Crackle for Tenebris for this one. I could see both working. Would be interesting to see these weekly palettes play against each other. You know what, Evan? That is very true. Maybe we should do that soon, actually. That's a very good idea. Scorch for Drake's cards or the Hares. That makes sense. That makes sense. I would for sure add some eggs. Yeah, I'd maybe swap out the Sacrificial Ritual maybe for one of the Materno's eggs. Could be good. But no, very good. I think if I had to pick a winner for this week, and to be very clear, there's no prizes here, folks. It's just me saying which one I like the most. I think I'm actually going to go with Echo's Mutans palette, just because I think Hunt is definitely the hardest keyword to build around in this set, and I actually quite like what Echo's done here. All these palettes are good, to be very clear. These are all palettes you should go and try out. I definitely think Lewis is the strongest. If I had to say which is the strongest, well, that's definitely the strongest Acrom palette. I think this is the strongest Chroma, but lacks control. This is the strongest kind of hybrid. But this one, I just really like the build around Hunt. So Echo, well done. I really like your one this week. I quite like this one. I might give this one a go. Chinese ordering time. I'm Hank Marvin. Very nice. Cool. So there we go. Those are the palettes for this week. So lastly then, folks, I just want to give you guys the palette building challenge for this week. So this week it's, for seasoned players, maybe it might not seem as interesting as usual, but I wanted to do something that all players could get involved with, even brand new players. So nice and simply, folks, we're going to go back to basics, because in Achroma, there are expansions, there are shard cards, there are realm runners. Let's go back to basics. I would like you guys over the next 7 days to build for me the best legal canvas palette you can build. So if you don't know how to build a legal canvas palette, go to achroma.games, go to formats, and you can see the palette building rules. And I want you to build a vanilla Chronicle palette. So what I mean by vanilla is you can only use cards from the basic Chronicle. So no, a chapter 1 Chronicle, I should say. So no expansions, no realm runners, no shard cards, just using the basic cards from the initial 3 factions of a chapter 1 Chronicle. Build me the best legal canvas palettes, whether that's Magus Elites, occultists, dragons, denizens, traders. Just simply going back to basics, build me the best legal canvas palette using one of the chapter 1 Chronicles. I'm going to say yes, you can use the location promos because they still came out with the cards, but not the seasonal promos. So no Draco Summers, no Sparta Falls, but yes, you can use the location promo cards as they came out with the first sets. Yeah. So for those that, I appreciate I'm just verbally telling you that, after stream, I will be putting a post in Discord. You can find it under the Canvas forum in the Discord, where you can see all of the details on there as well. So yeah, do that over the next week, folks, and I will talk about those next week. Right, who wants a few games before bed? Martin, I would love to, but I've got a little bit of, I've got like half an hour worth of prep to do, and then I need to look after the dog and my wife. So I unfortunately won't be playing games after stream, but by the looks of it, Richard's in. I actually don't have that many plans this week. So Martin, and I'm also working from home most of this week. So you're going to see me you'll see me online a lot more in the evenings this week, folks. So please, if you see me in the voice channel, jump in, let's play some more games. Because I played some 5 and 6 player games earlier with you guys. It was really fun. You know what? Before I go, do you guys want to see, let me show you a combo that I did earlier that I loved. For those that, let me explain a combo that you guys might love. So, unfortunately, I've only got the picture. I'll post this in Discord later. So I did a really fun combo where I on my very first turn in a 5-player game, folks, I played Prying Eyes, which is a 5-cost card that allows you to look at an opponent's hand, choose a card and play it for free. I looked at Sarah's hand and she had Detective Cronus, a 6-shard legendary card. Now, Detective Cronus wasn't a very good choice for me because Detective Cronus gives you +3 for every Magus Elite on your canvas, but I don't have any Magus Elites. But I chose it anyway. I then got, so basically I spent 5 shards, I took her legendary and put it on my card. I then resolved, which gave me a +3. So I got 3 of those 5 shards back. So at this point, I was only 2 shards down. And then I played the new Altari rare card, Strategic Retreat, which is a rare card which allows you to return a character from your canvas to your hand and gain its shards value. So I spent 3 shards. So for keeping up with the maths, I'm now 5 shards down. It meant that I got to take Detective Cronus into my hand and gain the shards. So that's 6 shards. So I was now +1. And then at the end of my turn, I just traded Cronus. So I ended my turn on +7 shards and removed a legendary. So I was ending my turn on 17 shards and removed a legendary from Sarah. I was really proud of it. So I'll explain that. But there we go. So folks, with that in mind, that is the end of the Achroma weekly live stream. It was dirty and I loved it. So thank you very, very much for everybody that has joined me live in the stream. It's been an absolute pleasure. We've obviously had some really cool news. We've spoken about some events. We previewed Achroma Legends. Again, if you guys have any questions about that, just let me know in Discord. We had a nice little realm table discussion with 2 of our Achroma guild members of Shah and Rich. Thank you again, guys, for being on that. And we had a nice little community showcase showing off some really cool fan art, some really cool palette builds, and showing off our Achroma creators. For those that are new to the stream, please consider subscribing if you haven't already. It really helps us. We're getting close to 500 subscribers, of which we'll do another giveaway for that. We do Achroma weekly live streams every week at 7 p.m, so catch me this time next week for some more Achroma news, events, and previews. Until then, folks, I've been Charles Barton, otherwise known as Fruit in the Discord. Thank you very much for joining. This is the end of the Achroma weekly stream. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Martin. Once I played against Lewis and chose a pawn, then pure from my own. Very nice. But yeah, thank you guys. Have a fantastic start to your week. And yeah, thank you for joining me. Bye-bye.